What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Magic Square Light of Peace toy version. So this will be the third version of this figure MS-02 that I've looked at. The first one I wasn't really thrilled with. It had a lot of issues. It just didn't feel great and didn't have any paint. Second version I really loved. I'll actually bring this in right now so you can take a look. This is the premium version, the painted version that came with some additional accessories as well. And now we have this toy version, and I was really excited when they announced this because I pre-ordered that MP44 toy version, but I really didn't like the overall sculpt and look of it. And there's a lot of things that are actually going to be stickers on that one. This one doesn't have stickers, it's all paint. So I definitely am happy that they came out with this. But here you can see the difference between these two. I'm just going to go over the differences piece by piece, but starting with the head, we do have painted yellow eyes. The head is more of a metallic blue, and same for the legs. It's more of a metallic blue versus kind of a flat blue, but that looks really good. And then you got silver for the face, silver for the head crest, whereas this one's kind of gray and blue eyes. For the red, it's a slightly lighter red. It's a very subtle difference, but slightly lighter, almost the same. The gray versus silver here. This is a gray, this is a silver. You got the silver paint here on the arms, which I think looks really good. Tampo detail here on the forearms. Nothing here on the original. You have still yellow here on the crotch, but then all of the white is replaced with this nice metallic silver. That looks really good. Tampo detail here on the knees, and then tampo detail on the toes. Now they did get rid of the die cast down here, and I guess the reason is they couldn't print this paint properly on the die cast. So there's the die cast, and I guess this is just, you know, unpainted die cast on the front. So I understand it. It would have been nice if they had that extra die cast in there in the feet, but I'm okay without it if that gives me that nice paint. Coming to the back, it is pretty much identical. There's nothing really different back here other than the things I already explained. All right, let's go over his articulation, and there are some differences between these two. I don't know if it's just unintentional, but there are differences. So the head is the same. It has a ball joint, so you can get side to side, forward and backwards, all the way around. The ears can rotate. Ears are a little bit looser than the previous copy, but they work. Nice metallic blue on the head. It really looks good. Shoulders rotate around on a soft ratchet. This is different. So this actually has, you know, lots of little ratchet points. This one was friction. I don't have a ratchet. Now, somebody told me that might be an issue, like a problem, but this joint also is a ratchet, but it feels different. This one feels a lot smoother and, I don't know, just better quality. So I'm not sure if maybe they improved that or made a change there. But definitely this way, I didn't have a ratchet on that one. Have a rotation here at the bicep. It is pretty tight, so you got to hold up here. Butterfly joint gets you all the way out to there, back to there. Nice big joint there. Double jointed elbow gets you the full bend. Nice looking elbow as well. Some sculpted pieces there. Rotation at the wrist, in and out movement at the wrist. Individually articulated fingers and thumb at 2 pins, and then the thumb is on a ball joint and a pin. The hands are about the only thing on this entire figure that feel different. They feel very Magic Square-y with the plastic, but I don't mind it because I would rather not have it painted and flaking and having problems, because the hands work. They just, you know, have that other plastic feel, so it's okay for me. I just wanted to note that it's the only thing that's not painted. Coming down to the waist, you have a waist rotation here. Same as the original. Ab crunch gets you all the way down to there. Actually, you can get all the way down, all the way back. I mean, you can really do anything because it's a double jointed ab crunch. Hip skirts, you want to move this one out of the way before you attempt to lift up the leg. The leg will go all the way up to there on a ratchet. And if you move this hip skirt out of the way, back to there. Up to the side on a ratchet as well. And these ratchets appear to be a little bit smoother, or I don't know, maybe it's just the material they use, but if we go to the original, these ratchets here on the legs, they just sound very, they just sound like they're going to break or something, but they don't. It just doesn't sound great. So maybe they improved something there, but it does work the same way. The rotation of the thigh around a universal. Double jointed knee on a ratchet. There's 2 ratchets at each joint. That works well. Ankle tilt, ankle pivot, toe pivot, heel pivot, rotation at the foot. Everything pretty much that you would need. So yeah, there's the articulation. So some slight differences, but overall, you know, pretty much the same level of articulation as the original. As far as the accessories, we have some very, very minor differences. If we open up the chest here, open up this cover, we can see the matrix inside, and the original was painted in this orange with a translucent blue. The new one is painted gold with a metallic blue. So slight difference there. The actual compartment is also painted differently. You have gold paint. I originally had that green paint. So some difference on that. We also have slightly different, I mean almost unnoticeable, but differences on accessories. Here's the new axe and here's the original. Just a slightly darker translucent orange plastic, but works the same way. You open this up, plug this into his hand, and make sure you have the fingers all closed up. And then you bring this bottom part on and rotate the hand, and now you've got his Energon axe. Then you've got the gun, and the gun is basically the same. I can't really detect any differences between the two. They're both painted. They look good. And that will also fit into his hand. Pegs in, and it works as you would expect. That's really it for accessories in the robot mode. So the only thing that's really kind of missing here is the jetpack, which we got with this guy, you know, the premium version. It does fit over the backpack. There's a little groove there. So if you come to the back, I don't know if you want to do this because you might scratch up the paint, but it should fit here as well. Just wanted to mention that it didn't come with that piece. But there you go for accessories in robot mode. All right, now we'll get him transformed into his vehicle mode. Since we've transformed this guy multiple times on this channel, we're going to get it transformed off camera, and we'll be right back. All right, and there he is in vehicle mode. And absolutely gorgeous. I love the way this turned out. Nice shiny chrome for the bumper, the grille, and the headlights. Got the nice silver line across the front, the stripe, which is good for the toy version, but they don't have that for the regular version, so that's a nice change there. Die-cast wheels with rubber tires. It does roll on those rubber tires. One of the tires is a little bit hung up, so you just take them off, put them back on. That'll fix that. The blue on the back is a darker, deeper metallic blue. That looks great. Die-cast here on the smokestacks. On the back, you don't get the taillights, the painted taillights anymore, but you can kind of cheat if you want. You can lift these up, and now you've got those for taillights or whatever you want them to be. But yeah, they took out the paint, I think, because it's the toy version, right? But overall, really, really well done. You can't open up the doors. There's nothing to see in there, but you can't open the door. The rear view mirrors tend to kind of fold in on you, but they work pretty well. The smokestacks do lift up in this mode, so you want them upwards. And I think they lock in place. I thought they locked in place, yeah. So yeah, overall, really, really good looking vehicle mode. Now, to kind of finish off the look, you can grab one of these hitches for the trailer. I'm going to use this one because this is for MP10, since that's the one I have. So go ahead and just plug this in here. And that actually also helps solidify the vehicle mode. Now, they didn't paint it in this metallic blue, so it does stand out a little bit. It's not awful, but it does stand out a little bit. But now that you have that in there, you can take a trailer. I'll take MP10 and plug that into here. And now he can have that look, and you can tow this around. That works really well. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the MP10 Optimus Prime and the original G1 Optimus Prime. And this is what it's going for. And I think they did it, you know, got the nice darker blue with the stripe along the outside. And yeah, overall, I think they really did it. So final recommendations on the Magic Square Light of Peace toy version. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I was so close to giving it a 5, but I think I'm going to give it a 4 just because I really like it. I think the articulation is outstanding, just like it was on the previous figure. The deco is beautiful. Magic Square tends to do great articulation, but typically is missing that deco, that paint, that premium feel because of the paint. But this one doesn't have that, right? This has the articulation and the paint, so you get the best of both worlds. But the reason I gave it a 4 instead of a 5 is I think they should have included an alternate head, a toy deco head. I like the look of this head. I think it looks great. But it is kind of like the Season 2 head and not the toy head. And for those that are buying this, they're really buying this because they want the toy deco. If they want the original, you know, cartoon accurate one, they'll get this one. But that's really it. It's a very minor complaint. I love this figure. I love the way it looks. I love the way it poses. I love the way it just works overall. Transformation's fun, simple. Yeah, it really is one of the best Optimus Primes out there. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.